Kramer, thank you so much for your generosity and support. Thoughts on the new unlimited premium Lightspeed? Oh, you know what, Kramer? I think this question is the perfect time to launch in to the changes. What is new with US Mobile? I have been working on a video and I thought, why not give you guys a sneak peek at the video and show you some pretty fancy graphics. So let's pull those up on screen right now. And Kramer, this is going to answer your question, I think. So there were big changes at US Mobile. Number one, they went from 100 gigs to truly unlimited data on, 100 gigs to truly unlimited data on Lightspeed and on Warp. They also launched a $25 truly unlimited data plan. We'll cover that in a moment. This is crazy good in terms of value. They also doubled international data from 10 gigabytes to 20 gigabytes in supported countries on the plans. They decreased the cost of their international roaming add-on down from $45 to $30, which is nice to see. And yeah, crazy good upgrades. Timeline-wise, we saw US Mobile launch on T-Mobile in 2014, Verizon in 2017, and then AT&T in 2024. And as they've been growing in popularity, getting new customers, they've been able to renegotiate their rates with the big carriers to give you better and better deals. Now, US Mobile isn't allowed to say T-Mobile, they're not allowed to say Verizon, and they're not allowed to say AT&T, so they made up their own names, and that is how come we have these fun names, the nicknames for the network. So we've got Lightspeed on T-Mobile, Warp on Verizon, and Darkstar on AT&T. So if you've ever wondered what people are talking about, what they're referring to when someone says the Lightspeed network or the Warp network, or they're talking about Darkstar, this is what they mean. They're talking about T-Mobile on Lightspeed, Warp on Verizon, and AT&T is Darkstar. So US Mobile becoming very popular, making more and more changes, helping you get more data at better prices. And this latest set of updates, guys, it's absolutely crazy. I don't know if US Mobile found a genie in a bottle or what in some back corner of their office, but these plan upgrades, I think, are some of the best we have ever seen, at least some of the best I have ever seen. So let's go ahead and start with Lightspeed. There are 3 key changes to the new Lightspeed plan. So number one, data increased. Went from 100 gigs of high-speed data to truly unlimited high-speed data. Number 2, Canada and Mexico data doubled from 10 gigabytes to 20 gigabytes. And number 3, international data doubled from 10 gigabytes to 20 gigabytes in the 180 supported countries. Now, I was curious about the international data, so I dug deeper for you guys. And it turns out there were some additional changes US Mobile didn't highlight. So here's what changed. 163 countries exactly went from 10 gigabytes to 20 gigabytes with included talk and text. There were 17 new countries added to the Lightspeed network, all with 20 gigabytes, 200 minutes, and 250 texts. And it turns out there were 15 countries that were removed. So a little bit of shakeup in the international space. And of course, you can go to US Mobile's website and check what countries are supported. In terms of today's standings, what this means is on the new plan, you're getting 20 gigabytes, 200 minutes, and 250 texts in those 180 supported countries, and 17 countries are not supported. Overall, massive upgrades, and I think this makes their Lightspeed plan, we'll talk about this in just a moment, but one of the best value plans for international data roaming currently available on the market. Next, we've got, so there's a plan, one of the best available, that's what I was talking about, Warp. All right, we're on Warp. Again, 3 key changes between the old Warp plan and the new Warp plan. Change number 1, high-speed data. It increased from 100 gigabytes and then 100 gigabytes of high speed and then unlimited at 1 megabit per second to truly unlimited high-speed data. That is correct. As I understand it, US Mobile is keeping priority data on Verizon. I'll be sure to double check this, but unlimited priority on Verizon. Awesome to see. 50 gigs of hotspot, that's the same. The second big change is going to be that international data again, doubling from 10 gigs to 20 gigs in Canada and Mexico, and doubling from 10 gigs to 20 gigs in 12 countries. US Mobile says 112 countries are coming soon. And as I understand it, this will be native roaming with, I believe, the 20 gigabytes of high-speed data, 200 minutes, and 250 texts. Ron B is asking, when does this start on US Mobile? Ron, it turns out all of the plan changes we are covering right now, except for the change in the priority data, are live on US Mobile's website. So that was Warp. This brings us to Darkstar, probably one of the most competitive plan offerings US Mobile has ever had, and it's incredible. Darkstar. Only, I think, 2 changes here. Yeah, actually just one change. One change, guys. Just one change here on Darkstar. International roaming, it went from up to 20 gigs in 49 countries. The new setup is 20 gigs in 77 countries. Per usual, quick full breakdown here. So 21 countries doubled from 10 gigabytes to 20 gigabytes with talking text included. We had 29 countries go from 10 gigs only to 20 gigs only. We had 2 countries go from 10 gigs with talk and text to 20 gigs data only, kind of an interesting change. And then we had 2 countries that were actually not available and became available. So US Mobile added countries to Darkstar. Really, really strong lineup for international roaming on Darkstar. Excuse the duplicate animation there. And then here you go. Old setup, new setup. New setup, like it's simplified, easier to understand. 77 countries give you talk, text, and data roaming with up to 20 gigabytes. Actually, with 20 gigabytes, not up to. Everything is 20 gigs now. 40 countries give you 20 gigabytes of data only, and 66 countries are not supported. So really strong on Darkstar. And those are the new plans. You can see unlimited high-speed data across the board on US Mobile Unlimited Premium. You're getting unlimited priority on Darkstar, AT&T, unlimited priority on Warp, Verizon. You're getting 200 gigs of high-speed hotspot data on Darkstar, AT&T, and that is tiered 100 gigs full speed, 100 gigs, 8 megabits per second, and then unlimited at 600 kilobits per second thereafter. 50 gigs on Warp and Lightspeed, 4K streaming on Darkstar, and again, those international features that we already covered in detail. So I think the big question at this moment is, how do US Mobile's plans stack up against the competition? Well, we are literally going to stack them up and compare them to the competition. So looking at the best plans from the big carriers, US Mobile stacks up really, really well. You can see their Darkstar version of their plan is right in line with the big plans, the major plans from the big carriers. You're getting unlimited priority. You're getting some of the most hotspot data available on these best plans. You're getting 4K video streaming. You are not able to add a watch on Darkstar, but you are able to add a tablet line starting at $10 for 2 gigabytes and superb international roaming features. In fact, I think US Mobile actually has better international roaming than the big carriers. So check this out. US Mobile on Darkstar, it's going to be their Lightspeed plan, which I don't have. But Darkstar is giving you 20 gigabytes. That is 5 gigs more than both Verizon and T-Mobile in 77 countries. So the countries is a limiting factor. Verizon, 210, T-Mobile, 215. But again, US Mobile, just a phenomenal value. Biggest thing here, under half the price. Instead of spending literally over $100 on T-Mobile, over $90 on the other plans, $44 a month. Really, really good value. And if you take a look at the Warp plan, this one, it drops the hotspot a little bit, but it does include an Apple Watch line for free, which is really nice to see. So just a superb value from US Mobile. Looking at the prepaid plans, and it's kind of interesting. So Cricket, strong contender on AT&T, but $55 a month. I think you can get a better value from US Mobile with their $44 price point. Mint, this is actually shocking, you guys. I don't think I have a slide for this yet, but Mint Mobile, $32.67 per month for their unlimited annual plan. US Mobile Unlimited Premium, $32.50 per month. This is cheaper than Mint Mobile's unlimited plan and gives you more hotspot data, 5 times more hotspot data, way better international features, and it's a better price. So I think this is actually shocking to me. I couldn't believe it when I was doing this out. I think US Mobile Unlimited Premium is actually now the best value, specifically the annual plan. It is the best value unlimited plan you can get on the T-Mobile network. I didn't expect to say that. I thought Mint had that crown for sure. And to Mint's credit, we'll give them a shout out here. They're currently offering 50% off their unlimited plan. This is an unbeatable value, right? You can get 12 months of unlimited data on Mint Mobile for $15 a month. This is unstoppably good. Probably the second best deal we've ever seen in the prepaid space. The only thing that I'm thinking that comes close to this is going to be that bye-bye T-Mo offer that Total Wireless had, okay? But when this goes back to that full price, $30 a month, US Mobile is going to be a better deal. It's going to give you about the same price after all taxes and fees. US Mobile, taxes and fees included, Mint, taxes and fees extra, and US Mobile is going to give you more. It's going to be a better experience. Kramer says US Mobile makes AT&T look like a scam. US Mobile has superb plans on their Darkstar network. That is what I will say. We also have another super chat from Johnny Boy here. Johnny's asking, when you add a second network for $10, is it unlimited now as well, or the same 100 gigabytes? And so, US Mobile, they offer something called a multi-network add-on. When you go to the dashboard, you can add a second network to your plan. Now, before, this was $10, and it is still $10, but US Mobile is now giving you 2 cycles for completely free. This is available right now for all existing US Mobile customers on the unlimited starter plan and on the unlimited premium plan. And what this does is if you signed up on the AT&T network, you can add a second network for completely free for 2 months, and you'll be able to switch between both of those networks on device. Now, Johnny Boy, to answer your specific question, the way this multi-network add-on works is you're getting 100 gigabytes of shared multi-network data. That's how I describe this. So you get a 100 gigabyte pool of the shared data, the multi-network data. That's what I'm going to call it. And that means as you're using data throughout your billing cycle, you can switch between whatever networks you want. And the moment you hit 100 gigabytes, that is the end of your multi-network pool, and you will continue getting unlimited data only on the primary line that you signed up for service on. So if you signed up on AT&T and you add Verizon, you get 100 gigabytes of the multi-network pool where you can switch between AT&T and Verizon as much as you want. And the moment you use 100 gigabytes, then you will continue getting unlimited data only on the AT&T network. That is how the multi-network add-on works. Again, instead of being $10 right now, it is free for 2 cycles. So if you haven't tried it, now is probably one of the best times possible to go ahead and try that multi-network add-on. Increases your coverage. You do need a dual SIM phone, and I can kind of show you what this will look like here. Here I have a phone in dual SIM. This isn't US Mobile specifically, but it'll give you kind of that general idea. You can see it has T-Mobile on the top and Verizon on the bottom. This is exactly what yours would say. Both would probably just end up saying US Mobile. And I made a video on how to make a handy shortcut where if you just tap it, I actually can't see that, they will swap instantaneously. And you can see, what does that say? Verizon is now on the top and T-Mobile is now on the bottom. So just with the tap of the shortcut, you can change what network your phone is using for cellular data. This is an awesome way to basically improve coverage. Or if you're in an area where one network is slow, boom, you just tap that, you switch to the other network, and you can potentially be getting faster data speed. So that is the multi-network add-on. Still 100 gigabytes to answer your question, Johnny Boy. So I hope that is helpful. We have not gotten to that $25 unlimited plan, so let's quickly go through that now. This is a fun animation for me to make, so I'm excited for this. These are the old unlimited starter plans, okay? I want you to pay attention basically just to the data. 35 gigs of high-speed data on Lightspeed, 35 gigs of high-speed data on Warp, 70 gigs of high-speed data on Darkstar. So what did US Mobile do? What did they ask this mysterious genie to do to their plans? Boom. They doubled the high-speed data on Lightspeed and Warp. Instead of 35 gigs, you now have 70 gigabytes, matching perfectly with Darkstar, except one more thing. Take a look at Darkstar, the 70 gigabytes. Bam, that's right. They upgraded Darkstar to unlimited high-speed data for just $25 per month. That was a presentation. So these are the new plans. I mean, just unbelievable. All right, we're going to exit out of that. That is as far as I got in making that presentation, as you can tell. But a really, really cool value. And I think like when you look at these new plans, so these are all live again today on US Mobile's website. I can't even believe they're doing this, you guys. It's absolutely insane. So if we go to US Mobile's website, you go to plans, you will see all of these plan changes have taking effect. They're advertising unlimited high-speed data on unlimited starter, uncapped on Darkstar. That is in effect. If you go to their plan details, you can see that on Warp, again, 70 gigs, Lightspeed, 70 gigs, just a truly phenomenal value. And what is blowing my mind is US Mobile is somehow still offering their promotion where if you buy one plan, you get one free. So that means if you buy the unlimited annual premium plan, which is now, in my opinion, the best value plan on, I would say it's the best value plan, period, on AT&T and on T-Mobile. You will not find a better plan than this. If you buy this plan, which is one of the best value plans, then you will get an unlimited starter line for free. And again, this is now truly unlimited on the AT&T network, on Darkstar. I don't think you can find a better deal than this. This is, in my opinion, the answer to Visible, right? We have had Visible offering truly unlimited data on Verizon for a while now for $25 a month, right? With Visible Base, their base plan. $25 a month, truly unlimited data. We didn't really have anything on AT&T, right? I mean, we had Cricket's unlimited plan, but it's an annual plan. There's no hotspot, 480p video, not a really compelling offer. And now, US Mobile unlimited starter Darkstar. It's a little bit of a long plan name, a little bit of a mouthful, but this is the answer to Visible on the AT&T network. $25 a month, truly unlimited, 20 gigs of high-speed hotspot data, 720p video. That's going to be a little bit better than Cricket. You can still add a tablet line and just, you have the options for purchasing add-ons for international data roaming. And I'll be honest, I do think I need to update these in terms of what's supported because I think there are more countries available now. But there you go. So those are US Mobile's plan upgrades. The biggest downgrade that I didn't talk about that you should know about is, again, the change in priority on Warp. So that is the Verizon network. It turns out by the gig plans, these are going to be deprioritized now on all networks, AT&T, T-Mobile, and Verizon. So Verizon is now went from priority data to deprioritized. Unless you activate from today to August 17th is what I'm going to say. If you activate now, you will get priority data on Verizon on a 5G phone. And then same thing for unlimited starter. So unlimited starter used to be priority, and actually unlimited flex too. Unlimited flex used to be priority on Verizon. Unlimited starter used to be priority on Verizon. Starting August 18th, those will be deprioritized. So that is the one downgrade. Not too big of a deal in my opinion, but something to be mindful of. Do you have US Mobile for your personal, Stetson? Ramsey, it turns out I do. I'm a paying US Mobile customer. I have the account that I keep showing. That's the test account, but my personal number is also on US Mobile. I'm on their unlimited starter plan on Darkstar. And I forgot to mention this, but if you're an existing customer, your current plan will get the upgraded data starting August 1st. It'll be when your plan renews on August 1st or after. So yeah, once that happens, I mean, I'll have way too much. I don't even know what I'll do with it.